Alright, so now what I want to do is, out of cardboard, I want to be able to create this crankshaft right here. I want to create a cam, and in this case I'm going to create what's called an offset cam, which is this round piece here. Alright, so I want a crank and an offset cam. Alright, and what I'm going to use for my axle in between here is I'm going to use a chopstick that I got yesterday. Alright, so I've already cut one circle out, and this is going to be used for my crank, and now I'm going to do this for a follower. The way I did this is I found a circle, so I found like a tin can, but really you have to make sure that this circle can fit within here. Alright, but so I'm going to go like this. I'm going to draw around this, and now I'm just going to use my scissors to cut this out. Something like that. And the better you do, like the more round you do, the easier it's gonna move. So now I have this piece right here, and I need to make sure that this thing can go in here. Alright, so I'm gonna create some kind of, I need to make a hole, and what I want to do is I want this right in the middle, so I'm going to measure. This thing is 14 centimeters tall, so at 7, that's in the center. So I mark 7, which is right here, and I can go in with some scissors, and I'm going to just poke a hole with my scissors. And this can be pretty big for my axle here to go through. Yeah, perfect. You don't want it too big, but you don't want it tight, because this is going to have to be able to roll in and out. So now I'm going to do the other side. And now I can move this. I still need to put my cam in here, and I need to put my crank in here. So for my crank, I need to find the center and measure it. It is 7, so 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. Alright. And I'm going to put a small hole here. And I'm going to put it here. And if I can make it nice and tight, that will be good, right? I still need a small piece right here so that I can crank it, all right? And I'm going to want to cut this off, all right? All right. Then I have my follower here. Now this is an offset follower, and what that means is, if I have a piece of wood here, is I actually want the hole to be a little, not in the center, I want it to be on the side, so that it kind of has this irregular motion. It's like whoop, up, down, an elliptical path. Alright, so I'm going to poke a hole about here, and now I need to take this off. And you can see that it moves in an irregular elliptical path. Now the thing is this might move left and right, so there's little things I can do, but at least I've got this started. All right. And now, so I want to cut this piece of wood off here, and I'm actually going to use that so I can make a crank. this off. I'm lucky I have some pliers. The pliers make this a lot easier. I know that some students used scissors. So let's put our cam in. Put it through here. Alright, good. And then I need to put this in here. Like that. Alright. And what do we see here? It's kind of not perfectly straight, so I'm going to have to kind of maybe glue this on. But this is pre-glue, but I have now created a crank and a cam. Alright. What I would say is you probably want to make it so that this is sealed off also. So in this case, for my wooden one, I created these like wooden laser cut washers here that they kind of keep it from moving back and forth. So it's got this nice, I haven't glued it yet, so it's got this nice movement here. So in this case, I would go in and maybe I want it to be a little bit smaller, so I find a small object. I can go here. And I'm going to make a couple of these. They're kind of like spacers. They keep things in place. So I'm going to cut out a couple of these spacers here. And in reality, they probably don't even need to be round. But so now I can put this on here by putting. And what this is going to do is this is just going to keep my dowel or my chopstick axle from moving too far one way or the other. And I'll glue this down eventually, but I don't want to glue it too early. Yeah, see? So that kind of keeps it in place. So I'm cranking here, and it just makes it. I want another one here on this side, though. So I'm going to take this one off. And I'm going to put it along here. And that should just hold this thing in place a little bit. And it's nice and tight. Actually, I want it tight because I don't want it to move. All right, so now I'm creating this nice crank motion. All right, definitely want this in the center. All right, once my follower is dry, then I'm almost ready to make this move. But I could also get in here and start gluing this up.